Hello everyone and welcome to the introduction video for the core SQL playlist, which is the second playlist in our SQL series. Now let's see what we will cover in module 5. Before we can store or query any data, we first need to create the structure that will hold it. In this module, you will learn how databases and tables are created, modified and managed using DDL commands, the foundation of every SQL system, data definition language. And the chapter includes create database and table, alter table, dropping columns and tables, renaming tables and columns, drop versus truncate. Once our database structure is ready, the next step is ensuring that the data inside it remains accurate and reliable. That's exactly what we'll cover in Module 6, Constraints and Data Integrity. A database is only useful if the data inside it is trustworthy. In this module, you will learn how constraints prevent invalid data, enforce business rules, and maintain consistency across your database. And the chapter includes primary key and foreign key, unique and not null, check constraints, default values, enforcing business rules. Now that we know how to design reliable tables, it's time to start retrieving data from the table. And that's where the module 7 begins. Select queries, the core of SQL. This is where SQL starts becoming truly powerful. You will learn how to retrieve exactly the data you need, filter unwanted records, sort results, and answer real world business questions using SQL queries. And the chapter includes select statement basics, column aliases and expressions, filtering data using where, comparison operators, logical operators, between, in, like, is null, sorting data with order by, limit and offset. Retrieving data is important, but databases are constantly changing. Next, we'll learn how to add, modify, and remove data using DML commands. CRUD operations, DML. Every real world application continuously adds, updates, and removes information. In this module, you will master the core data manipulation operations that power modern applications and business systems. The chapter includes insert using select, update, modifying data, conditional updates, delete versus truncate versus drop, merge and upsert concepts. Managing data is only one part of the story. Businesses also need summaries, reports, and insights from the data, which brings us to module 9, aggregate functions and grouping. Organizations rarely care about individual records alone. They care about totals, averages, trends, and performance metrics. In this module, you will learn how to transform raw data into meaningful insights and reports. The chapter includes introduction to aggregate functions, count, sum, average, min and max, using distinct with aggregates, group by fundamentals, group by multiple columns, having clause, where versus having. Once we can analyze data within a table, the next step is combining information from multiple tables. That's one of the most important SQL skills you will learn in module 10, table relationships and joins. In real world databases, data is spread across multiple related tables. Learning joins is what takes you from writing basic SQL queries to solving real business problems. This module will teach you how tables connect and how to retrieve complete information by combining data effectively. And the chapter includes understanding table relationships, primary keys and foreign keys, inner join, left join and right join, full outer join, cross join, self join, natural join. By the time you complete this module, you will have a strong understanding of how relational databases work and how to write practical SQL queries used in real world projects, applications, and interviews. Throughout this playlist, we will focus not just on SQL syntax, but on understanding why each concept exists and how it actually works behind the scenes. This is not a typical SQL course where we will simply learn commands and move on. Along with concepts, we will explore practical examples, real world scenarios, hands on queries, common mistakes, edge cases, and situations where developers often struggle while writing SQL queries. This course is especially designed for data enthusiasts and those interested in data engineering. But the concepts and skills covered here will be valuable for anyone looking to build a strong SQL foundation. For every topic, we will go beyond the basic definitions and look at different use cases, query variations, best practices, and important behaviors that many courses usually skip. The goal is to help you build intuition so that when you encounter these situations in real projects or interviews, you will already know how SQL behaves and why. We will use practical examples, real world scenarios, and hands on queries to build a strong foundation step by step. So, if you're ready to truly understand SQL instead of just memorizing commands. So let's just start learning.